Welcome to our last video, which is rule number 3, the power rule. And that rule is dividing two expressions that involve numbers and exponents. Or actually, not dividing. So it's when you have a number that is raised to an exponent and then that's raised to another power. Okay. So yeah, this one is not dividing. We just got done with dividing. All right. So anyways, example 1. We have 6 to the third power raised all the way to the fourth power. So what does this expression really mean? Well, what this expression means is that we really have 4 groups of 6 to the third power. So let's write that down. We have 4 groups of 6 to the third power. So thinking about that, I have 6 to the third power times 6 to the third power times 6 to the third power times 6 to the third power. And there is a reason why I am separating these out. So we have 4 groups of 6 to the third power. Now let's even break this down further. What is 6 to the third power? Well, 6 to the third power means that I am multiplying 6 3 times here, 3 times here, another 3 times, and then my last 3 times. There. So again, I should have 1, 2, 3, there we go, 4 groups of 6 to the third power written out. So now we're going to actually write a new expression to represent this. So our hint is, well, how many total times are we multiplying 6 by itself? So if we count, we have 3 here, right? 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. So 3, 6, 9, 12. We actually have 12 6s. So we can actually write that 6 to the 12th power. Now, go back to our original problem right here. How can I get 12 from 3 and 4? Well, if you said multiplying, you were correct. 3 times 4 is 12. So if I have an exponent that is raised to another exponent, you're just going to multiply them together. So 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, moving on to our next example. Okay, so we have 4 squared raised to the 5th power. So what does this really mean? Well, this really means I have 5 groups of 4 squared. So I'm going to actually write out now my 5 groups. So 4 squared times 4 squared. My third group, fourth group, and fifth group. So I have 5 of them. Now I can break that up even further. 4 squared is really 4 times 4. 4 times 4. 4 times 4. And then keep going. And then last one, 4 times 4. So really, how many 4s do I have? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So really, I have 4 to the 10th power. Well, again, look at the original problem. From 2 and 5, how do I get 10? Well, we talked about in the last problem, we can multiply my exponents. So 2 times 5 is 10, so 4 to the 10th power. So what can we conclude? So looking at the original expressions, what we figured out was that we're really just multiplying the exponents. So multiply exponents. Okay, so then for our power rule, we're going to just keep base, right? We keep the base the same. And and then we multiply exponents. I'm just going to put times because I don't have a lot of room to write on here, but I would actually write multiply exponents all the way out. Okay, now we just have some practice left over that we are going to do. Okay, so remember when it's raised to a power, you're just multiplying, right? So we're going to keep the base the same like we said. And we need to do 3 times -4, which is -12. That's my answer. Next one, keep the base, which is 8. 2 times 14 is 28. So 8 raised to the power of 28. Next one, keep the base the same, 12. And we're going to do -9 times -3, which would be positive 27. So make sure you have those down. Okay, last 3. Keep the base the same, 9. Multiply the exponents. 6 times 6 is 36. Next one, we have 2. Then we have 7 times -2 is -14. And then 21, we have to do -5 times 6, which then gives us a positive 30. So make sure you have those down. Okay, next now you're done with the notes. So if you guys have time, you're going to do the next activity. So you're going to get 2 different containers of dice. One container, well, you're going to get 2 and you're going to share it with your entire table, okay? So for this, you're actually just working with your partner. So you're going to be writing down the same numbers. So first step is roll one of your dice to determine the base. That means that the one dice that is standing alone, it should be actually a white dice with the black dots on it. That one is by itself, so roll that. Say, again, I roll a 6. So that means my base is going to be a 6. So that's my base number. Then I roll both of your dice to determine the 2 exponents. So say I roll a 1 and a 3. So I'm going to fill those in, and then I'm actually going to solve by using my notes, okay? Then same thing with the other one. Say I roll the 1 dice and I get a 2. That means I have to put a 2 for both bases. Now, when I roll, say I roll a 3, I don't know, a 3 and a 5, picking some random numbers. On the other 2 dice, I'm going to put those as my exponents. Now we should know division. You're going to solve one problem at a time with your partner. So for this problem, what I would do is I would subtract the exponents because it's division. 3 minus 1 is 2. And then it would say in the denominator, because there's more left over. So 1 over 6 over 2. This one, when we multiply, we actually add our exponents. So we have -3 plus 5, which is 2. So we actually have 2 to the second power. Okay, so go ahead and practice this with your partner. If you get done with the worksheet, then you may start your homework.